To work with electronics and electrical, the first device we need to know about is the multimeter. A device that measures something is a meter, and a meter that measures multiple quantities is called a multimeter. Multimeters are generally of two types, i.e. analog multimeter and digital multimeter. In today's video we will discuss about the multimeter in detail. So let's start the video. This is the display of the multimeter. Below the two buttons you can see, the yellow button is called Hold and Select button. It can be used to hold any text on the display and select various options. And the switch you can see next to it is the switch for the backlight of the display. It is used in the dark. The round wheel you can see in the middle is the selector switch or pointer. This pointer is used to set the multimeter to different modes. And these two are the test probes of the meter. The values we can measure with this multimeter are DC voltage, AC voltage, battery health, ampere, diode, continuity, and resistor, etc. Some multimeters also have options to measure capacitors, tensors, and Hz. They are a bit expensive and for advanced level users. But for those of us who are at basic level, this type of multimeter is perfect. So let's see how to measure something with a multimeter. This part of the multimeter is the DC voltage part. Here we can measure from DC 200 mV to DC 600 volts. When we measure any DC voltage, we have to turn the pointer of the meter and put this part in the piece. And this part is the AC voltage part. Here we can measure AC 200 to AC 600 volts. And this part is the ohm range part. Here we can measure from 200 ohm to 20 mega ohm. And this part is continuity and diode part. The meter pointer should be selected here to test something for continuity or diode. Think we will measure the voltage of a battery. Now if the voltage rating of that battery is less than 200 milliliters, then the pointer of the meter should be selected at 200 milliliters. If the voltage rating of the battery is more than 200 millivolts and less than 2 volts, then the pointer of the meter should be selected at 2000 millivolts. Again, if the voltage rating is more than 2 volts and less than 20 volts, then the pointer of the meter should be selected at 20 volts. Then if the voltage rating of the battery is more than 20 volts to less than 200 volts, then the pointer of the meter should be selected at 200 volts. This is exactly how the rest of the pointers will work. As an example, here we will measure a 12-volt battery. Since the voltage rating of our battery is greater than 2000 millivolts and less than 20 volts, the pointer of the meter is selected at 20. Now if we connect the positive terminal of the battery to the positive terminal of the meter, and the negative terminal of the battery to the negative terminal of the meter, we can see 12 volts something here. If we connect the positive terminal of the battery to the negative terminal of the meter, and the positive terminal of the meter to the negative terminal of the battery, then it will show minus volt here. If you think your voltage rating is above 20 volts, now if you measure the voltage by selecting the meter pointer to 20 volts, then the meter is likely to be damaged. So select the meter pointer higher than your voltage rating. Now coming to the AC voltage measurement. If our voltage rating is below 200, then the pointer of the meter should be selected at 200. And if it is above 200, then the meter pointer should be selected at 600. There is no problem with AC, positive and negative, so there is no problem if the meter probe is reversed. Now to measure the resistor. The pointer of the meter should be selected in the ohm range to measure the resistor. We first selected the pointer of the meter to 200 ohm. Now if we hold the probe of the meter to the 2 terminal of the resistor, we can see 9.5 ohm as a result. That is, the value of this resistor is 10 ohm, but due to the presence of plus or minus 5% tolerance, some values may show less or more. For ease of understanding, let's measure another register. After connecting the probe of the meter to this resistor, the meter is showing no reading. The meter pointer is still selected at 200 ohms, but no reading is showing. Maybe the value of this resistor is more than 200 ohms. Set the pointer from 200 ohms to 2000 ohms and see what happens. After selecting 2000 ohms, now the reading is showing 975 ohms. That means the register T is a resistor of 1000 ohm or 1 kilo ohm value. The value may show slightly less or more due to the plus or minus tolerance of the resistor. Now we will test the continuity of a wire. We want to check whether the wire is good or bad. So to test the wire continuity, The pointer of the meter should be placed in the continuity mode. Then after connecting the two probes of the meter to the two ends of the wire, the meter will show 00 reading and a beep sound. It means the current is flowing from one end of the wire to the other end, i.e. the wire is good. Now we take a damage wire. After putting the meter probe on the damage wire, it shows no reading and no beep sound, i.e. no current is flowing from one end to the other end of the wire or the damage wire. Now we will see how to test the diode. To test the diode, put the pointer of the meter in the continuity mode and press the yellow button or hold and select button. Then the continuity mode meter will be selected in the diode test mode. After pressing the yellow button, the diode mode is flashing on the meter display. Now, if you connect the positive terminal of the diode to the positive terminal of the meter and the negative terminal of the diode to the negative terminal of the meter, a reading is shown on the meter. In case of a good diode, this reading usually shows a value between 0.500 to 600. Now if we reverse the positive and negative of the diode, then the meter shows 00 reading. That means the diode is good. Now we will see how to measure DC amperes. To measure amperes, the pointer of the meter should be selected in this part. To measure amperes, the meter should be connected in series with load and supply. After supply, we can see that the meter is showing 1 ampere. This meter can measure current from 200 mA to 10 ampere. To measure current more than 200 mA, the red probe of the meter must be removed from the milliampere chamber and inserted into the ampere chamber. It is better to measure amperes with this meter than to measure amperes with separate ammeters available for measuring ampere. If we discuss all the topics in one video, the video becomes very long. So those who want detailed information about analog meter can inform in the comment box. If I get enough comments, then I will discuss about analog meter in the next video. If you like the video, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel and let us know what topic you want to see next. Thank you.